Hello, 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 Facebook. Um, Maybe some of you all tried to tune in earlier today at 11 o'clock to the radio program, and we had some issues going live. So we just go do a little update. I have Miss Dolores Floyd with me, amen, and we'll kind of do a little recap where you can see what is going on, amen. And Miss Dolores, and we had at the radio station this morning, we had some others that were at the station. Apostle Clyde Charles and Brother Jarrell Washington works with her. They all work together, and they were at the station, and Miss Dolores was on the phone. So we just want to kind of recap on what we talked about today. So because I don't want you to miss any of the information by going on the stream from early this morning. And Ms. Dolores, just introduce yourself.
Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, Bishop Neiman, for allowing me to come back to share our incredible information we want to share with you. Again, my name is Dolores Floyd. I am a final expense specialist where I help people with or without insurance. And as you know, this is considered the Life Insurance Awareness Month. And I'll be honest with you, every month should be Life Insurance Awareness Month. And the reason we're saying this with this epidemic or this coronavirus situation and so many things going on, people are dying every day. Every day, you guys. And it behooves us to know that a lot of people do not have insurance. And I don't know if you're aware of it. 80% of people that dies either have no insurance or they have the wrong insurance. Our job as specialists is to help you, especially if you have insurance. We would like to look at your policy. We like to determine if you have the right policy, if your policy is still in force, if it's kind of like going to be a policy that its coverage is not going to drop and your premium is going to go up. Now, we have something that's incredible. We have a program that actually works with the family. And you say, how is that, Miss Dolores? I'm glad you asked. Well, what it is, it's a program that works into a fact that it brings love to your family. Because, you know, when you die, you don't think about it. Or when you say, when you die, what's going to happen to my family? You don't even think about that because you're gone. You know, you're dead. And the thing about it, somebody's going to be left to do all of the arrangements,
Right. Mm-hmm.
all of the little things you don't think about it. And as I told them earlier, nobody ever plans to fail. They just simply fail to plan. And we're here to help you plan with love. The group we have is an incredible group that works with the family. So if a person dies, just keep in mind, we're going to appoint with this company, this program, an advocacy. And that person is going to be like the middle man or the person that's going to work with the family. And the purpose of them working with the family, it basically is like what can I say? You're just destroyed. You know, you're out of your mind. You can't think. You know, this is devastating. And here's somebody going to step in that's going to show a lot of love to your family by helping you make all the arrangements. Now, with this program we have, you guys, you don't have to leave your home or call the funeral home. I'm going to repeat that. You don't have to leave your home or call the funeral home. And you say, why is that? Well, this person that's going to come in and work with your family is going to make arrangements. They're going to have the funeral home director come to your house. Mm-hmm. And they do 3 things in this incredible program. It's they're going to help. They're going to do what we call price shopping. They're going to do negotiating. and they're going to lock in the three most expensive merchandise, which is your casket, your
Okay.
monument, and your vault. And if you know anything about caskets, they can be expensive. And we
That's the
can get
truth.
all three. We can get all three of these packages for $3,700. Yes, $3,700. Probably the cost of a casket and more. Casket can start at 3, 5, 10. I've seen them go up to 40, 50, 60, 80,000. It depends on what you choose. So if you're not in your right mind, you're gonna basically gonna pick a casket might be too high or too
Hmm.
expensive. And why would you put all that money on a casket? And a lot of times people don't realize it. It's this program helps you make that decision to get a lower cost because all of our caskets, we have over 250 caskets that you can basically pick from. And in advance, you guys, in an early time, a time where you have a clear mind, a clear thought, clear, you'll be able to think and be able to see things how you want it. You're going to be putting out your wish list. You're going to be putting out the things that you
Okay.
want in advance. That's incredible. And that's what we do because this company is going to help you save 30 to 80% in your services. Y'all, that's incredible. Can you imagine? Funeral prices go up every 1 to 3 years, keeping up with inflation. That's life. You have to make a living too. So keep in mind, our business is to help you save, 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 save. Give an example. If you have been quoted a service going to be 15,000, our advocate going to come in and negotiate price shop with other funerals, at least 2 funerals, and they're going to tell you that we're going to walk you through the price list. And that
Okay.
$15,000 funeral could drop down to 4, 5, or 6,000. Isn't that incredible, you guys? So
It
we're here
is.
to help. Yes, we're here to save your family money. Because what's the purpose of you having an insurance policy? Glad you asked again. You hear that policy is to protect your family, and it should be left for the living. Okay, life insurance policy should be left for the living. And the way that works, you don't want to touch that policy because if you go with us, we basically call final expense, which is dealing with your burial, small, doctor bills,
Hmm.
maybe some of your taxes. But you don't think about it when you touch that insurance policy, you could end up losing most of that money on that insurance policy. I'm not, for instance, if you take $100,000 policy to the funeral home, they're going to not be able to cash it right away. They're going to have to go through a third party lender. Keep that in mind. And the lender is going to have a fee. It can be 3, 5, 7, 10%. Let's take the
Okay.
top line 10%. So that 10% off of your $100,000 is $10,000 of your money, your insurance money. So you leave 90,000. So if your family end up buying, which I have experienced a person purchasing a $40,000 policy, and I asked, why did you sell them a $40,000 policy? And you believe that, Bishop?
Wow.
$40,000 policy, casket, a $40,000 actually casket. And I say, well, why did you do that? They say because that person had $100,000 policy. Isn't that something?
Wow. Wow.
And that means it left them shoes about 40, 50,000. And that's not including all of the procedures you do for a funeral. And I know
Right,
because
right,
doing
right.
pre-need, I've done pre-need. So it's kind of like you got to deal with the professional service of the funeral home. You got to deal with
Hmm.
embalming,
All of that.
actually dressing the body, putting the body in the casket, picking up a body, taking it to the funeral home or to the church, having a service. That costs you guys. That
It costs.
costs. That program helps you to save. Save with our program. that $15,000 can be dropped down. Isn't that amazing?
Amen.
And how would you like, now the beauty of this program, you guys, how would you like your beneficiary, come on now, beneficiary to be a true beneficiary? And what do you mean by that? Glad you asked. How would you like the beneficiary, which is your family, get a check when you die? Isn't that crazy? They will send the money to you within 24 to 48 hours. And if you notice when Apostle Pastor Charles said, they're going to take out what we call your most important high cost casket, monument, and vault. So that's $3,700. Keep that in mind. If you qualify for our services, which is the highest cost is $30,000, and most funerals are not $30,000. That means anything left over can go to your what? Your family. Isn't that beautiful? And you don't have to have a death certificate to all your claims. We work with you. We work with the family. What do you think about that? What you think about that, Bishop?
Yes, Ms. Dolores, like I was saying to while we were at the station this morning, and I know you could hear us over the phone. It is beneficial to the family. It saves a lot of heartache. It eases when you're making the arrangements and things of that nature. What Apostle was saying, you'd have to go get a GoFundMe and do all those things. Right. Right. It's very. And reason I'm saying it, like I told the listening audience this morning, is because I have it. I'm not saying something that I have not in. Right. And we have had others that I know have signed too. And just tell them about that easy sign up process.
The easy side of that process is that, look, it's just a phone call away. And when you call to set your appointment, we come and see you. We don't have to give you no exam. You don't have to have a medical exam. We don't have to draw any blood. We don't have to do any urine specimens. All we do is ask you about 8 or 9 different medical questions. Get your, major information of your name, phone number, who you want as your beneficiary. Ask a few more questions, and that's it, you guys. Simple as 1, 2, 3. And the beauty is they're going to mail you your policy along with our legacy membership to your home in 7 to 10 days.
Right.
And everything is at hand. And you don't have to worry about anything. Now, what we always encourage people to do, let us talk to your beneficiary, because there are steps that they need to know. And the steps are, for them not to call the funeral home, to call Legacy, to call our program, to call and get information where they will be able to help them save, take the grief, or some of the grief. We're not going to say you're going to take it all. Some of that grieving and pain, it's nerve-wracking. I experienced this about a month ago. One of our church members, I saw her pre-need, but she still had to go through the process of calling the funeral home, going, picking the body up, making all of these arrangements, doing this, getting the program. We try to eliminate that. And because it's hard, it's a hardship. It's a hardship. Right. Would you agree with me, Bishop? It's a hardship.
It is.
And the thing is that you want to take that load. You don't want your family to go through what some of your forefathers or your family has gone through, which is the headache of dealing. And I think Apostle Charles said, and I might have been Darrell Washington said, and then you have to deal with the family. But if you make your wishes in advance, family should not have to come in there and make any changes.
Right.
Okay. Right. So it's kind of like you want to make sure everything is in order, everything is intact, everything, because y'all, This epidemic is not playing, you guys. Some
That's
of
the
y'all know
truth.
what I'm talking about. Some of you have had loved ones, friends who have passed away. And the
Mm-hmm.
sad thing, the last couple of months, a lot of them didn't even have insurance.
Right, right.
And that's something Bishop did not have nothing. And you're right, they were doing barbecue dinners, GoFundMe. They was doing all of that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because funerals are not cheap, you guys. They're
They're
not
not.
cheap. But we
Mm-mm.
can help you make them at a low, 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 low cost if you call us. Again, I'm Dolores Floyd, your final expense specialist. My number, please get a pen and paper, is 832-949-5818. Again, my name is Dolores Floyd, your final expense specialist who will help you and your family. My number is 832-949-5818. Isn't that incredible? That
Mm.
you be able to take
Yes,
care of this
Lord.
now. Don't put off today for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised, you guys. The young
Right.
lady about 3 weeks ago, a bishop, I've been talking to a young lady. I was telling her, I say, hey, we need to get this policy worked up and get it done. You got 3 beautiful children. And she goes, oh, okay, I'll get back with you. Well,
Wow.
last week, ladies and gentlemen, she was in a car accident and her
Wow.
14-year-old son died instantly.
Oh.
I cried too, y'all, because I said
Oh, that's
how
right.
important it is to take care of your obligations and
Yes, that's the truth.
responsibilities. Man,
That's the truth. That's the truth.
y'all don't know. Just don't put off today for tomorrow. Tomorrow, not promise.
That's the
Get your
truth.
house in order.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Mm-hmm.
it now. And, we don't think about it because some of us think, I heard Apostle say,
We're
we think we're
going
going to live forever. When they
forever.
taking the young just like they taking the old.
That's the truth.
It don't have no age limit. Death don't have an age limit, you guys. And I just want to tell you, you got to do something. It's a hurting feeling. And the sad thing, Bishop, not only do we leave our family in a circumstances of making plans, we also leave them in a burden of having a lot of bills, a
Right.
lot of unnecessary things that the family have to take care of. How would you like if your family end up telling somebody, oh, my mom, my daddy left me in a mess? You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
don't that. Even if you got to call them and say, Mom, I'm going to get a policy for you. Dad, I'm going to get a policy for you. Let them take care of you. You took care of them for 18, 20, and 30 years. Hey, it's time for your children to take care of you. We
Mm-hmm.
look out for our seniors. That's one of the things that our program does. We can write for 0 to 85 years. But
Okay.
one of the things we target is the seniors that are 60 and above. Are y'all aware a lot of insurance won't insure you or cover you because of your age?
Age. Mm-hmm.
They won't cover you because you have certain conditions. They won't cover you because they feel more at risk than you are. We cover everybody and every situation that you have. You can be the healthiest of healthy. You can be the sickest of sick. You can be in a hospital, you guys. You can be in a nursing home. You can be in hospice. You can have cancer. You can have HIV. You can have COPD. You can have AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what else? You can be incarcerated and we can still write a policy for you. Isn't that incredible, Bishop?
Yes, it is. Like Ms. Dolores, you were saying how because I said it to you before, and I said it, this morning, how my parents had everything prepared.
Uh-huh.
And it made it so easy for my sister. Yes, we were grieving.
Yeah.
but we didn't have to have that extra burden of trying to figure everything out and
Oh,
where this was
yes.
coming from. So that lifted part of that burden off of us.
Uh-huh.
So going through that, I really realized it's important to
Yes.
have that together. Very important.
Yes. Very important.
And I
Well,
think earlier today we talked about, even to churches and
oh,
leaders,
yes.
have things
Yes.
prepared for your leader. You know,
Yes.
it can be
Yes.
done through the church. Put it in your budget. That's the key word. Just write it into your budget.
Yes.
For that leader,
Yes.
so the church won't have to go through that and grieve. Of trying to figure it out or whatever. And even if you say, "Well, my leader already has everything in place," but as a church, just still do it again. Take care of your leader.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree.
Mm,
Sometimes we go out and buy them cars and houses and vacation trips. When I think about their final expense or their final days going to be here on earth, because we all here temporary, right, Bishop? This our
temporary.
home. This is not our permanent home. We're
No.
temporary here, and we
Hmm.
got to face facts that one day God's going to call us home. And where the epidemic going, it's happening before our time. We have no control over that. It's kind of like saying, you said something about planning, Bishop, and you're so right. We plan for everything under the sun.
Hmm. Hmm.
Baby showers, birthdays, graduation. You, you name it. Somebody coming around housewarming, weddings.
Hmm.
But we never think about making plans for home going. It's a celebration, you guys. And you can be able to celebrate your home going.
Right. Right.
Is that something? Can you hear Bishop?
You're kind of stalling a little bit.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, it's up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Okay. Like, call us. And you on the radio, call this 832 949 5818. I would take care of you, and then I have an incredible team of 12 people, but I'll
Mhm.
also be there for you.
Yes. Hmm.
Hello?
Yes, you're stalling it just a little bit.
Yes, I have incredible team. Ponce has about 12 people. If I can't reach you, they can reach you. So if you call me today, somebody will call you Take care of your needs now. Again, I asked the question, why do you have insurance? Why do you make sure that this insurance is in force? Why would you need it in a time of a situation where it can be a blessing to your family? A lot of times I hear this, Bishop, oh, I got money in the bank. And I'm like, okay, but what if that service going to be more than what you have in the bank? Because it goes up every 1 to 3 years. Say what? Repeat your statement.
Yes, we kind of stalling a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Off and on.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I don't hear anything. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Lord, we're having a little difficulty.
Bishop, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
We're having a little technical difficulties with Ms. Dolores. We're going to try to keep going. Let's see in just a minute. Hello, can you hear me now?
Bishop, can you hear me?
Well, we're trying to connect Ms. Dolores Floyd, and we're going to try this a little later because she has some good information that we'd like to share. We're just having a little connection problem here, but it's going to be all well, and we'll do this another day, or they'll be back at the radio station, her whole team, on another Friday, and we can just see what we can get through the air, and I'll let you know when they'll be back at the station. Ms. Dolores Floyd and our whole team, where you can get this information, and we'll be putting her number out there on Facebook where you can call her and she can give you all the information. So I just want to let you know, have a blessed and prosperous day.